Good morning, everybody. Welcome to general session. We'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance by Commissioner O'Grady.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Before we begin with the agenda, we've got some special guests here from the dog shelter. And Kay, if you want to come up with Susan, and our real special guests, Evan and Jasmine.
Sorry for the inconvenience. Our budget hearings start this week, so.
Oh, we've got
morning.
a senior dog and a not senior dog here.
Evan. I have an Evan at home.
This is Evan. He's 5 years old.
Oh,
He came
he's
to us as
adorable.
a stray, and he's been groomed. He's already neutered and microchipped and has all his vaccines up to date. He also had a little bit of a dental work done there at the shelter, and he's looking for a home.
How old do you think he is?
We estimate, or the vet estimates, he's a little over 5 years old.
Perfect.
And he's a great lap dog, a great walker,
He
too.
looks like a mop.
Yeah, he's a little
Oh, he
little mix. Little mix.
He really liked it in my office, so I'm
just leave him
thinking,
here?
I'd take him home in a minute. My wife would not be happy.
Yeah, me too.
He is Buckeye 1 there with his Buckeye shirt.
Sweetheart.
Our other little visitor is Jasmine. She's 7 months old. Very typical of a lot of the cute little dogs that wind up at the dog shelter. We always tell people that if you want a puppy or you want a small dog, come early in the day because they tend to be the very first ones adopted.
So who wants to say something about the senior dogs prices and how somebody gets to these dogs quickly? And so,
And those of you in the audience, they can arrange for you guys to probably take this dog home.
Just take it with
this
you
morning.
right now.
Yeah,
I
so's
know.
mine.
We're also looking for fosters. Rescues are always looking for fosters too. If you don't have time for a full-time dog and you just want to foster one for a little while while we're waiting on him to be medically able for surgery or something. Right now these dogs are $28 down at the shelter. We have a promotion running, and every time Ohio State football team wins, we use their winning score for the price of the dogs. Typically, the seniors are normally about $50. We do reduce them because we want them to leave the shelter sooner than later. They tend to stress a little more down there. But right now, everything is $28. You can come visit us on Tamarack. It's right off of Sinclair and Morse, right behind Menards. So if you've not been there, I encourage you to come out, take a tour. We also need volunteers. Never a lack of anything you can help us with out there.
That's great.
They're great.
Thank
Hope they get
you.
adopted really soon.
Yeah.
Oh, I think Evan certainly will. He's a charmer. He is absolutely a charmer for a senior dog. This one's the one. Alex Fisher in the audience. He's a charmer.
Jasmine looks pretty calm too for being a puppy. Yeah.
Jasmine is calm, but this one is really a charmer. Anybody looking for a senior dog, that is the one.
I know you're trying to eat the microphone.
And fully grown, I mean,
And most of the senior dogs
Oh,
already
her-
come
his
housebroken.
face
They don't
is
chew your
just-
things up. There's a lot of benefits to owning a senior dog too.
It's great to have the dogs back. We
Senior
haven't
dog
seen them
at
in a while.
5, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
35.
I know. 35, I mean, come on.
Really?
I've got a 10-year-old that doesn't think he's a senior.
Yeah, right.
I have a 14-year-old that's not a senior.
Well, thank you for having us.
Oh, look at his face. I mean, really.
It's got to be part poodle, would you say?
He is, yeah. He was
yeah.
groomed, so I think he's got a lot of poodle in him. Require a little
Thank
bit of
you.
They
grooming.
both-
Thank you.
And anything we can do to help you
Okay.
get these dogs good homes is a good thing.
Great.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. I know we've got some guests here. I know we've got bond counsel, and why don't we bring bond counsel up and go to resolution 84515.
Resolution number 845-15, authorizing the issuance and sale of not to exceed $12,600,000 multifamily housing revenue bonds, Series 2015, Pondexter Phase 2A project for the purpose of providing funds to pay costs of acquiring, renovating, equipping, and improving real and personal property as affordable rental property, authorizing the execution and delivery of a trust indenture, a loan agreement, a regulatory agreement, a disbursement agreement, and a tax certificate, authorizing the execution and delivery of a bond purchase agreement, authorizing the use and distribution of an official statement, and authorizing and improving related matters.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Brian Brown with the Columbus Metropolitan Housing Authority, and this bond issuance is for our next phase at the Poindexter Village redevelopment, which is funded in part by the $30 million HUD Choice Neighborhood Implementation Grant. We have our Phase 1, which is we're calling Poindexter Place. It's a 104-unit senior building. It will be opening in December. This phase, as you can see on the easels across the room, we have a mixed-use building which will be on the corner of Champion and Mount Vernon. And so it's designed to mimic the streetscape and to integrate the development into the existing fabric of the neighborhood, so it mirrors ground floor retail on the ground floor with residential units above. We will have 3 live-work units in that facility. The management office, community space, and some other amenity space will be in that building. And then on the easel to the left are our garden and townhome renderings, which will go down through the interior. And this is the site plan to my left. And so you can see in the upper left corner the mixed-use building, and in the golden buildings are the townhome and garden apartments. So I will let so let me just say we're working with McCormick Barron Salazar as our lead development partner. We're working with the Ohio Capital Corporation for Housing. We have support in this phase and in subsequent phases from the City of Columbus. The grant is leveraging $225 million in leverage in this neighborhood, and so it's designed to not only redevelop our site, but revitalize the surrounding neighborhood. And I will let my colleague introduce himself and just briefly describe the bond issue and answer any questions.
Great. Thank you, Brian.
Hi, my name is David Perry. I'm with Squire Patton Boggs, and my firm is acting as bond counsel. I'm just sort of here to just describe the process and quickly remind the board that the purpose of this hearing is to allow the public a chance to voice any thoughts or concerns about the resolution. This hearing is required by federal tax law. And in terms of the bonds themselves, I also like to remind the board that this is not an obligation of the county. And because of that, it means the county does not incur any debt with this issue, and it does not affect the county's debt limit in any way. With that, if you have any questions, please feel free to.
Purely a conduit, then.
Yes.
Thank you.
Move approval of 84515.
Second that.
Moved to second voting, Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Commissioner Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Brown.
Aye.
Resolution number 845-15 has been adopted.
Thank you very much. We appreciate your
Thank you.
support.
And this is going to be great for the whole neighborhood. I'm thrilled. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we will go back to Court of Common Pleas.
Resolution number 825-15, authorizing non-general fund appropriation adjustments for the Adult Probation Department.
Good morning, Commissioners. Kimberly Canada, Director of Finance for the Common Pleas Court, and with me is Lori Franciscan, the Chief Probation Officer.
Good morning.
This resolution approves the transfer of appropriations for a non-general fund grant that is provided to the Adult Probation Department from the Ohio Department of Rehabilitations and Correction. Included in this resolution is also a request for supplemental appropriations for the non-general fund home incarceration program. During the calendar year, we've experienced an increase in the transdermal alcohol devices and cellular services. Both the transfer and supplemental appropriations request is necessary to address the final year expenses. Pending any questions, we request your approval.
Move approval of Resolution 825-15.
I'll second that.
Moved and second voting, Commissioner Grady. Commissioner Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Brown.
Aye.
Resolution number 825-15 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you. Drainage engineer.
Resolution number 826-15, approving a ditch maintenance petition for Royal Elm, Section 6, Jefferson Township, Franklin County, Ohio.
And engineer as well, because you will do the next resolution.
Yep, we're here for a couple of things. Well, good morning, Commissioners. Dean Ringgold, Franklin County Engineer.
Good morning.
Cornell Robertson, Chief Deputy Engineer.
Good morning.
OH.
I.O.
Gotta get that in today.
Good one.
Commissioners, this is a resolution on a upcoming subdivision that has a ditch petition that was put up by the developer.
Yep.
And so this is getting the drainage petition process started.
Yeah.
Move approval of 826-15.
Second that motion.
Moved and second voting, Commissioner Grady.
Aye.
Commissioner Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Brown.
Aye.
Resolution number 826-15 has been adopted. Resolution number 827-15, approval of the Royal Elm Section 6 subdivision plat, Jefferson Township, Franklin County, Ohio.
And Commissioners, this is the same proposed subdivision. There's 21 lots, and it has met all the requirements for approval, so we present it to you.
Move approval of 827-15.
Second that.
Moved and second voting, Commissioner Grady. Commissioner Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Brown.
Aye.
Resolution number 827-15 has been adopted. Resolution number 828-15, approval of the Parkwood Phase 3 subdivision plat, Jefferson Township, Franklin County, Ohio.
Commissioners, this subdivision is also in Jefferson Township. It has 30 acres and 18 lots, and this resolution is for the final plat as well.
Move approval of 828-15.
Second that.
Moved and second voting, Commissioner Grady.
Aye.
Commissioner Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Brown.
Aye.
Resolution number 828-15 has been adopted. Resolution number 829-15, authorizing a settlement to Margaret Hingle Grimm for a disputed vehicle damage claim due to an auto accident involving a Franklin County Engineers Office employee in the amount of $1,199.89.
Commissioners, as stated, this resolution is for a vehicle damage claim involving one of our employees. We coordinated with the prosecutor's office, and this resolution will settle that claim.
Good.
Move approval of 829-15.
Second that.
Moved and second voting, Commissioner Grady.
Aye.
Commissioner Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Brown.
Aye.
Resolution number 829-15 has been adopted. Resolution number 830-15, vacation of a portion of an unimproved 17 feet wide alley in Sharon Township, Franklin County, Ohio, viewed engineer to file report by December 1st, 2015.
Commissioners, this right-of-way vacation is in Sharon Township off of Kanawha Avenue. We held the viewing on Tuesday, November 10th. This is the second resolution in a series of 3, and the vacation hearing has been scheduled for December 1st.
Move approval of Resolution 830-15.
I'll second that.
Moved and second voting, Commissioner Grady.
Aye.
Commissioner Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Brown.
Aye.
Resolution number 830-15 has been adopted. Resolution number 831-15, Orchard Hills and McClimate Incorporated, consulting engineers appointed to assist the Franklin County engineer in preparing right-of-way and construction plans for the Bridge End Dam Repair Project, Franklin County, Ohio, in the amount of $73,091.
Commissioners, we have 6 large structures that need some repair work on them, and the end dams are where in general terms, where the bridge meets the road.
Oh, yeah.
And so we need to make sure those are, maintained properly.
Very much. Right.
Move approval of 831-15.
Second that.
Moved and second voting, Commissioner Grady.
Aye.
Commissioner Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Brown.
Aye.
Resolution number 831-15 has been adopted.
Great, thank you.
Thank you both.
Thanks, guys.
Sheriff's Office.
Resolution number 832-15, authorizing an inmate work program agreement between the Board of Commissioners and the sheriff under which inmates confined in a county correctional facility may work at the Franklin County Dog Shelter Adoption Center.
It's a mouthful, huh?
Morning, Commissioners. Dave Masterson, Director of Administrative Services for Sheriff Scott. As part of the Sheriff's Developing Reentry Program, this resolution approves an agreement to allow inmates to work Monday through Friday at the Franklin County Dog Shelter. Duties will include keeping the facility clean and operational by completing laundry with the eventual goal of working with the animals. Pending any questions, ask approval of this resolution.
Move approval of 832.15.
This is really terrific. Thanks, everyone, for working on it. Happy to second it. Great.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Commissioner Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Brown.
Aye.
Resolution number 832-15 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you. The Auditor's Office.
Resolution number 833-15, authorizing an amendment to the contract with Tyler Technologies Incorporated for a computer-assisted mass appraisal system at an increase of $57,560 in the amount of $2,344,110.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, Commissioners. Kevin Schultz, Director of GIS IT for the Auditor's Office, Brian Katz, Chief Counsel. The first thing that this modification does is it removes 7 items from the original contract, seeing a cost savings of just under $104,000 on the original contract. Secondly, it adds 46 items to the contract, 3 of which impact the core package, and the other 43 are improvements to our website, so are 4 improvements to our website. Those improvements include, those improvements were programmed and prioritized based on customer feedback, and they'll address such things as search capabilities, building a custom report builder, and then adding a variety of tax accounting or CAMA data to the website itself. The cost of the modification is $57,560, and pending any questions, we request approval.
Move approval of 833.15.
So just a quick question, is that a net savings or a little bit over, but you're getting more for the total dollars?
The net savings is $104,000.
Okay, that's, I kind of heard, we indicate there's extra money, but I heard there was a net savings. I wanted to be clear on that. Great, thank you, I'll second that.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Commissioner Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Brown.
Aye.
Resolution number 833-15 has been adopted.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks, guys.
Recorder's Office.
Resolution number 834-15, authorizing the set aside for the Recorder's Technology Fund for calendar year 2016.
Good morning.
Morning. Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
The resolution that you have before you is the one that's required by state law for us to come before you every year to talk about our set-aside. The set-aside this year for next year's will be flat and remaining at $4. It doesn't change the fee that's charged to any of our customers, but does allow our office to continue to move forward. Next year, our major purchase is going to be a new plotter scanner, which can be used by multiple agencies, and each agency that uses it will see a cost savings over the life of the item by about $75,000. Additionally, this year, our major purchase has been our computer system upgrade, which we're anticipated to go live on January 4th, and anyone who would like to receive training on that ahead of time can do so on December 17th or 18th, and they can get more information about that on our website.
Move approval of 834.15.
Second that.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Commissioner Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Brown.
Aye.
Resolution number 834-15 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Job and Family Services.
Resolution number 835-15, approving a subaward amendment with Community Development for All People for more than My Brother's Keepers pilot initiative, an increase of $95,017.87 in the amount of $415,017.87.
Good morning, Commissioners. Lance Porter, representing Job and Family Services. This contract amendment will allow for the continued provision of services for the enrolled African-American males in the More Than My Brother's Keeper program. To date, 50 African-American males ages 10 to 14 that are living in the targeted Southside neighborhood of 43207 have been enrolled in this pilot program, which offers after-school programming, mentoring, and vocational learning opportunities to them. Pending any questions, would ask for approval of this resolution.
Move approval of 835.15.
Happy to second that, thank you.
We're very proud of this one.
Yep.
Moved and second voting, Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Commissioner Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Brown.
Aye.
Resolution number 835-15 has been adopted. Resolution number 836-15, approving a subaward agreement with Tech Corps Ohio for a youth workforce development program in the amount of $159,249.52.
Commissioners, this is a 15-week youth workforce development program which focuses on introducing high school students to career pathways and occupations in the field of technology, which would include computer programming, software engineering, robotics, and app development. 110 eligible youth ages 14 through 18 are able to participate in this program. And there are 4 groups of 25 students that are located at either the Whitehall Yearling High School or Southwestern Career Academy that are able to participate in this. Pending any questions, I'd ask for the approval of this resolution.
Move approval of 836-15.
This is another really great program. Thank you. Second that.
You know, I was thinking, you always ask me, so I came prepared
Yay.
with the website and the telephone number because
Yeah.
this is
Good.
one a lot of people ask about. If anyone viewing is interested, the telephone number is 583-9211, and the website is 20.techcorps.org.
Thank you.
So if there's still room and time to sign up for
Yes,
this.
yes.
That's great.
This would be helpful
hurry.
in Whitehall Yearling High School because of their program with Helping Hands.
Absolutely.
And, this goes right along with that. And they've done such a great job with that program, helping get kids ready for college.
Right.
And what better way? And they give out, at the end of that program, they give out the laptops and all
Absolutely.
the
That's what I
equipment
was
to
gonna say.
get kids who are going to college what they need with laptops and set them up. So
Another
to have
interesting
that
component
tech-
of this particular program is the people that successfully complete this go right into the summer school.
Oh, that's terrific. Thank you.
Can you work with Public Affairs to put information about Tech Core and then their contact information on the Commissioner's website as well?
Absolutely.
So that if folks are watching this, they can go there to get the, or if
Certainly.
they're not watching this, they
Yeah.
can go there to get the information as well.
Now,
That's
those
great.
100 slots will fill up fast. They usually do, right. Thanks.
Moved and second voting, Commissioner O'Grady. Commissioner Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Brown.
Aye.
Resolution number 836-15 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Office on Aging.
Resolution number 837-15, authorizing a non-general fund transfer of appropriation for service contracts.
Good morning.
Good morning. Tony Carroll, representing the Office on Aging. This resolution will help us realign our year-end spending. We want to transfer appropriations into board and care, which is where we'll have most of our spending at at year's end. So we are wanting to be sure we can pay for those home care services at the end of the year. So we request your approval of this. It's a non-general fund. It's just a transfer of appropriation.
Move approval of 837-15.
Second that.
Moved and second voting, Commissioner O'Grady. Commissioner Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Brown.
Aye.
Resolution number 837-15 has been adopted.
Thank you,
very
Tony.
much.
Sanitary engineer.
Resolution number 838-15, authorizing a contract agreement with the Ryder Company Incorporated for construction of the Cherrydale Pump Station in the amount of $648,325.
Good morning, Marie.
Good morning, Marie Doklovic with the Sanitary Engineer, and I would like to introduce Ryan Stowe. He is also an engineer, and he started with us in late August.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Great.
Thank you.
Ryan will be managing the project. We're here for your approval today. It's for the replacement of the Cherrydale Pump Station, and after our quality contracting review, the Ryder Company, based here in Ohio, in Columbus, in fact, has been selected to perform the project. So we're going to get a full replacement of a aged pump station that's in the Hamilton Meadows subdivision, and we're also going to be adding redundancy with an emergency generator and reducing safety risk by preventing a confined space entry.
Thank you.
So pending no questions, we request your approval.
Great work.
Move approval of 838-15.
Second that.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Grady.
Aye.
Commissioner Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Brown.
Aye.
Resolution number 838-15 has been adopted.
Maureen, sorry, can you tell the folks where is the Cherrydale pump station?
It is in the Hamilton Meadows subdivision. It's near Rathmel Road and Parsons Avenue. It's, I believe, Obet's area.
Yeah.
South side of Windsor.
Yes.
Great. Thank you both.
Thank you so much.
Welcome again, Brian.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Janis, if you'd come up, we're going to take, again, we're going to go out of order and go to Board of Commissioner Resolution 846-15.
Resolution number 846-15, appointing Franklin County Commissioner Marilyn Brown to serve as Franklin County's representative on the Columbus 2020 Board of Directors.
Good morning, Commissioner Eric Janis, Deputy Administrator. Pending any questions, would recommend approval of this resolution.
Move approval of 846-15.
Second that.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner Grady.
Aye.
Commissioner Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Brown.
Aye.
Resolution number 846-15 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Economic Development and Planning.
Resolution number 839-15, authorizing a grant agreement with Columbus 2020 to conduct economic development activities on behalf of the Franklin County Board of Commissioners in the amount of $1 million.
Good
Morning, Commissioners. Director James Schimmer from Economic Development and Planning, joined at the dais this morning by Alex Barris. Alex will take you through the first resolution here.
Commissioners, this is our annual contract with Columbus 2020 for the economic development services they provide to Franklin County, including marketing, project management for attraction and retention projects, and many other services, including the targeted international mission trips that are really helping us compete on a global marketplace. As you guys know, as kind of founding members to the 2020 vision, they keep an ambitious benchmarks for metrics, and they are on target or rapidly exceeding those benchmarks. We have Alex Fisher here today to talk a little bit more about those goals and metrics and explain what's going on in the future. So,
welcome.
Thank you all, Commissioners. When I walked in, there were puppy dogs in the room, and I realized it's going to be very, very hard to top that. It's outstanding. So I wanted to come today. I'm the chairman of Columbus 2020. Kenny McDonald, our CEO, is actually out of the country doing important recruiting work for our community, and offer both thanks and observations. 6 years ago, we created collectively the Columbus 2020 effort. That was at a moment in time that our community was coming out of the economic recession, and our community was suffering from a lack of economic development and job creation. And, now 5 years later, and kind of at halftime in the 10-year journey to the year 2020, our goal of creating 150,000 net new jobs in the community, $8 billion in capital investments, and 30% increases in personal per capita incomes are well on its way. In fact, we are exceeding each of those goals, and for instance, we created 110,000 net new jobs over the last 5-year period of time. That means that our community is leading the country, in job creation in communities our size. And just this past year, the most important objective and one of the hardest to achieve, personal per capita incomes, our community was ranked as one of the top communities in increases in wage increases. So we're having tremendous success. We see it all throughout all aspects of our community. The vibrancy is simply outstanding. But it's because of collaboration. It's because the private sector's come together with government. This is truly a public-private partnership. We've raised tens of millions of dollars from the private sector, joining with the City of Columbus and Franklin County as our biggest public sector investors. But I would tell you that communities throughout Central Ohio and our 11-county region join in this effort of collaboration. And a personal thanks to each of the three of you all, because I could cite chapter and verse on trips you've taken, meetings you've hosted, sales that you've helped us complete. Each of you individually always being willing to jump in and sell our community, help us achieve the economic success. So I come with thanks and appreciation for that collaboration that is occurring throughout our community, because at the end of the day, it's that collaborative spirit that is going to keep the job engine going in our community. Special acknowledgement to Jim and Alex and the team that you all have that are working these projects with our team every single day. Happy to answer any questions, but we believe the next 5 years is going to be the best 5 years, and that's coming on the heels of a record 5 years here today.
Alex, as the chairman of the board, I want to congratulate you on your CEO, Kenny McDonald. Kenny is a real gem in this community. He was a great find when we brought him in here 5, 6 years ago. Jim and I just joined Kenny in Alaska for the International Economic Development Council's annual conference. Kenny is a rising star in that organization, in that community. I've been with him throughout. We've been to Canada together. He is recognized amongst his peers as is the organization 2020 as a leader, as you say, not just amongst our peer group, but the model that we have and the work that we're doing here is recognized internationally. And been there when Kenny's been invited. For that matter, because of Kenny, I was invited to go speak in places that we probably cared not to go speak in, little remote corners of Canada and things of that nature. But he really has created a reputation for himself and for Columbus 2020 that has put this community into the conversation, international economic development conversation throughout the world. And he's doing a great job.
Well, I appreciate that acknowledgement, and it's shared in our private sector. It's been one of the best things that we have done. It takes a strategy, and we have a great strategy. It takes partnerships, and we have that, the collaboration that I referenced. But it also takes staff leadership, and Kenny is recognized around the country as one of the best, if not the best, and he brings that reputation to our community and helps impart it. I know that all three of you all have traveled, done various missions with Kenny, been in Washington, D.C., and worked various issues, and we're lucky to have his leadership. Appreciate your acknowledgement.
We probably all have good stories from around the globe with Kenny involved in them, too.
Alex, I also want to thank you for coming this morning. Thank you for acknowledging the partnership. It is a two-way street. And, in these times, given what's happening in places like Paris and Lebanon, I think it's particularly important that we really double down our efforts to make sure that people have good jobs with living wages. And I know we're very fortunate to live here, and it doesn't just happen by accident. So thank you. I also want to acknowledge some great women who you have on your staff with Columbus 2020, one of whom I've known for a long time, I'll just put it that way. But you have a tremendous team, and we are proud of your efforts. And I just ask that in these times, we double down even more.
Yeah, we are reminded this week in particular of great freedoms and blessings that we all share to live in our country and live in this state and our community. Especially daunting if you're in my shoes, and we have Deb Shearer, who I know you're referencing, Patty Hall, and Kenny and Matt and Matt. Just traveling the globe and traveling the world, oftentimes we don't think about it necessarily in harm's way, and then we wake up and see what happened this past week. And it is a job, a labor of love, but one that we respect our blessings that we have here, and for those who are representing our communities around the world. It's a special acknowledgement from my standpoint.
Absolutely.
Of the job that they do.
And I would like to just mention that we could not have put together the delegation and the trip we did to Brazil without 2020's help. And it was such a fantastically successful trip. in so many ways. And, Sister Cities was helpful in a lot of ways, but we couldn't have done it without Columbus 2020 and the consultants that you put together for us. It would not have gone the way it did, and so we're grateful for that.
So the interesting trend that we see in international development and what it will mean for job creation, the projects from China, the projects from Japan, the projects from Korea, BrewDog is one that we'll all celebrate over a glass of beer in the coming months. What's happening in Brazil and Canada, all of these projects representing about 40% of the deal flow. Is something that 6 years ago when we put the strategy together didn't necessarily anticipate. But I'll give you a personal observation about international communities. They respond to organizations like ours that are of the public-private nature, but they also really respond to the culture of government officials being willing to be with us either on the trips or when we're back here in the States. And so the three of your all's commitment and representation, that of the mayor and members of city council that give us time and energy, it really means a lot to all of our projects, but especially on the international projects and the protocols that go with those projects. Having our top government officials like the three of you all being willing to participate is crucial to the success we're seeing.
Thank you.
Thanks, Alex. Move approval of Resolution 839-15.
I'll second that.
Moved and seconded voting, Commissioner O'Grady.
Aye.
Commissioner Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Brown.
Aye.
Resolution number 839-15 has been adopted. Resolution number 840-15, authorizing the Second Amendment to the Columbus-Franklin County Finance Authority Formative Agreement.
Commissioners, back in 2006, March of 2006, the City of Columbus and Franklin County signed an agreement that created a formative agreement which created the Columbus-Franklin Finance Port Authority. There is a need at this point in time to change the language in Section 3 of that agreement. It currently limits the Port Authority from participating in projects that involve the relocation of a business from one political subdivision to another. The amended language that we're proposing allows political subdivisions the ability of having a 30-day period to object to any such project that would have financing that is issued by the Port Authority when the company decides to move inter-county. The City of Columbus did improve the language on June 15th of 2015, and we're looking to follow that course. The rationale for the change, Commissioners, focuses on one major thing, and that is our goal to keep companies in Franklin County first and foremost. Inevitably, there will be instances when a company makes a decision for whatever reason internally to move within the county for a growth or facility expansion purpose. Gene Carter Ryan, who is with us today, has pointed out that of Ohio's 56 port authorities, our Port Authority is the only one that requires legislative bodies of each impacted jurisdiction to pass a resolution of support when a company is being relocated. That's obviously very difficult for any elected to be involved with that. But what I want to make sure you understand and the public understands is that the new language ensures fairness and communication between communities by allowing them the opportunity to weigh in on a Port Authority deal which may affect their community. And I would ask for your approval of the resolution. We believe it has the required transparency that's needed and enhances the ability for Franklin County companies to stay in the county and grow. Gene is here today to answer any questions you might have.
Thank you, Jean.
Good morning, Commissioners. Again, appreciate the opportunity to be here today. I think Jim Schimmer's summary really effectively captured it. We're really looking with this change, honestly, to enhance some of the communication and notification processes associated with companies that we finance. Prior to this change, for example, we would not have been talking to you if we were looking to assist a company that might be moving from one place to the other. As we all know, companies' needs change, and we need to be able to assist them. And I think keeping them in the county is obviously the number one priority. We can help them in their existing community. That's that's perfect. If not, let's keep them in the county, certainly keep them in the region, if not here. So we think that this is a great change. I think it doesn't encourage company relocations. I think it really just helps figure out how to communicate that's happening and make sure communities have an opportunity to compete to keep businesses within their boundaries.
Yeah, just to shed a little more light on this, as the commissioner who was here and recalls why that language was in there, there were headlines at the time, and it was a fairly negative situation. There were communities fighting over companies that were moving from one place to the other, and job poaching became a big buzzword. But I think we've kind of moved beyond that, and as a former president of the board of our Community Improvement Corporation, our Economic Development Corporation in Upper Arlington, I certainly was concerned that sometimes companies just have to move on. They can't find the right building, maybe the right source of assets or workforce, and this is going to place a lot of discretion in you and your board's hands, and we're entrusting you with making a proper judgment. So we hope that this is received that way, and we'll just we'll benefit from it.
Thank you, Commissioner. And just a quick response to that. I think one of the things that is a real advantage for the Finance Authority Board is that we've had, not only I've been there since its inception, but there's been a number of board members that have been there since the beginning, and they take their jobs very, very seriously and really weigh in on all of these types of decisions and want to know if there's any issues or concerns that we need to share. So that's something we absolutely, I think, you can trust. We have a saying in my family, history helps and history hurts. In this case, I think the history that we have with the Finance Authority and the types of decisions we made, I think will give you some confidence about our abilities to make those judgments.
I think this makes a lot of sense at this time. I mean, it's
the right
just,
time for it.
It just seems like the right thing to do.
Jim, Gene, not to disagree but I have a question. What's the reaction to this amongst our municipal friends?
Commissioner, it's been, certainly with the City of Columbus, it was well-received, and there was no, there was discussion, obviously, and I think it follows the same discussion that you all are having, but it was approved, and generally, you know, this year I'm serving as the president of MODE, the Mid-Ohio Development Exchange, which is the economic development organization for Central Ohio. Professional development organization. And generally, that organization has supported the Port Authority in its efforts, but they have also been concerned with pirating and have done some things to make certain that as a professional organization, we pick up the phone and call somebody if we hear that a business is potentially locating, but they are in support of this change. Gene and Steve Shoney sent a letter out to our membership clarifying several of the points in the language change. So the answer is yes, they're well aware of it, and I think they're in favor of it.
Well, and to your question, John, at Morpsey Board, which is all of the local governments coming together, there's not any longer talk about poaching as there used to be. Just as an observation, the communities, the suburban communities, the townships aren't talking in the same way, and they're working better as a regional body, and they used to be very protective, and they're not as much anymore. So I think that insular thinking is not there as much.
Move approval of 84050.
Second that.
Moved and second voting, Commissioner O'Grady. Commissioner Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Brown.
Aye.
Resolution number 840-15 has been adopted.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thanks, Jean.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Homeland Security and Justice.
Resolution number 841-15, authorizing a contract with the Security Solutions International for the purchase of law enforcement and security training under the Justice Assistance Grant Program in the amount of $17,000.
Good morning, Greg.
Good morning. Greg Plants with Homeland Security and Justice Programs. Commissioners, as you know, the United States Department of Homeland Security and Ohio Homeland Security have designated critical infrastructure protection and interdiction and disruption as core capabilities for prevention and protection of a terrorist incident or all hazards event. So this proposed training program would include 3 days of lectures, workshops, tactical drills, and practical exercises to sharpen law enforcement's ability to conduct behavioral and predictive analysis, and the venue will be at the Columbus Convention Center.
Move approval of 84115.
Second.
Moved and second voting, Commissioner Grady. Commissioner Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Brown.
Aye.
Resolution number 841-15 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Human Resources.
Resolution number 842-15, approving personnel actions.
Good morning, Commissioners. Rob Young, representing Human Resources. Have the following personnel actions this week. Department of Animal Care and Control, 1 new hire. Board of Commissioners, 1 new hire. Department of Job and Family Services, 2 new hires, 5 promotions, 1 lateral class change, 2 resignations, 1 retirement, 1 removal, and 1 canceled appointment. Department of Economic Development and Planning, 1 new hire. Department of Human Resources, 1 new hire. Public Facilities Management, we have 1 temporary work level and 1 death of an employee. And Purchasing Department, 1 temporary work level. Pending any questions, I request approval of the resolution.
Move approval of 84215.
Second.
Moved and second voting, Commissioner Grady. Commissioner Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Brown.
Aye.
Resolution number 842-15 has been adopted.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Purchasing.
Resolution number 843-15, approving purchases for various Franklin County agencies in the amount of $3,403,988.36.
Good morning, Chris.
Hi, good morning, Commissioners. Chris Johnston representing Carl Cuthbert in the Franklin County Purchasing Department. Resolution before you request your approval of 146 purchase orders. Purchase orders have been pre-certified as to the availability of funds by the county auditor, and pending any questions, we recommend their approval.
Move approval of 84315.
Second that.
Moved and second voting, Commissioner Grady. Commissioner Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Brown.
Aye.
Resolution number 843-15 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you. Board of Commissioner resolution.
Resolution number 844-15, authorizing non-general fund supplemental appropriations and transfer of funds for the payment of debt services.
Good morning, Commissioners. Zach Tularic with the Office of Management and Budget. This resolution will authorize the county's December 1st debt service payment in the amount of approximately $21.2 million. Of that amount, approximately $16 million will come from the general fund. Pending any questions, would ask for your approval of this resolution.
Move approval of 84415.
I'll second that.
Moved and second voting, Commissioner Grady.
Aye.
Commissioner Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Brown.
Aye.
Resolution number 844-15 has been adopted.
Any journalizations?
I think we have a couple more on,
We have 2 more.
a couple more ones.
Yeah. Okay. 84715.
Resolution number 847-15, authorizing the engagement of Umbug and Associates as financial advisors to the county in connection with the issuance of bonds.
Commissioners, early this year, the Board of Commissioners approved Resolution 171-15 to authorize an agreement with Prism LLC to serve as financial advisor to the county. In September of this year, Prism was acquired by Umbau and Associates. So this would just replace Prism with Umbau. Umbau will be maintaining an office here in Franklin County in the Crosswoods area. Pending any questions, would ask your approval of this resolution.
Move approval of 84715.
I'll second that, and you both have the utmost confidence in Umbau. I know they're a CPA firm, correct?
Kenneth Wilson, County Administrator. Commissioner Brooks, President Brown, Commissioner O'Grady, yes. We spend a significant amount of time working with Prism Municipal Finance and James Hargrove, one of their FAs. We're going to continue to work with him along with Megan Kilgore. We have the full confidence in the professionals that have been assigned to work with Franklin County.
Okay, thank you. Second that.
Moved and second voting, Commissioner Grady. Commissioner Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Brown.
Aye.
Resolution number 847-15 has been adopted. Resolution number 848-15, resolution of the Franklin County Board of Commissioners to convene into executive session for the purpose of discussing pending or imminent court action.
Move approval of 84815.
Second.
Okay, moved and seconded voting. Commissioner O'Grady. Commissioner Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Brown.
Aye.
Resolution number 848-15 has been adopted.
And nothing else? Okay, we are adjourned and we'll meet in executive session in the East Conference Room.